sure. So anyway, today what I'm gonna do, I've already made several, and this is the fresh feet right here, and I'm gonna show you how I made this. This has 4 oils in it, and it's really really great, and it relieves athletic foot from itching, dryness, also for it's help prevent odors and things like that. So it's really really good for the males to use after a shower when they want to kick back, put their feet up and so forth. Just rub a little bit of this on there, and all is good to go. If you do use it every day, then you can actually you know, you won't have to use it like, after the shower unless you just want to, and so forth and things like that. But anyway, as I was saying, this was suggested or asked for me, requested by me from some of the ladies and so forth who husband or spouses have this problem. So let's get started. Okay, right here I have my bowl here, and this is actually what I have in. It's the cream base from Essential Wholesales, and I'm going to be using this. Um, of course, I'm going to be using these same containers here. As I said, this is an 8 ounce, and this is what you get, and so forth. And this actually lasts a long time because you don't have to just dig in there and get a lot of it out. You can just use a little bit and so forth on your feet and so forth. Now, when I said this is it is specifically made for men with athletic feet, itchy feet, dry feet, and smelly feet, and so forth, things like that. But women can actually use this too. This is a great moisturizer for your feet. It's the ingredients is what actually makes it really good for the feet, because it has 4 oils in here, and each of these oils are beneficial to the feet. They're there to help the dry and itchy feet. They are there to prevent odor. They are there to help keep the foot moisturized, again, for the dry itch. And, so there's 4 oils in here, and I'm going to put down into details the oils that I've used in here. I'm not going to put the measurements in. This is something that you probably want to do for yourself. You do want to play around with, because you may not even want the same scent that I have in mine, and all that. And what I have in here is tea tree oil, a little pinch of peppermint oil, Punchinella oil. I'm probably getting that pronounced wrong, but anyway, that's what I'm holding here. I made a special blend. I have all 4 oils in here: the Punchinella, peppermint, tea tree, and what's the other oil that I use? Let's see. Oh, there's one other oil that I use, and I'll think about it because I got my recipe. I should have bought my recipe book in here, because I write everything down before I actually go and get into it and so forth. So anyway, these are the oils and so forth that I use. And right now, what I'm going to do is just open this up, and get what I use for the other one. I'm going to use the same amount and so forth. Well, actually not the same amount, because I'm not going to make 8 containers and so forth. I'm just going to make 1 container. So basically here, I'm just going to use out 2 scoops. So yeah, so I got out actually 2.5 scoops, and I think that would do. But if it doesn't, then I'm just going to go ahead and just add a little bit and blend it, because I actually just want to do 1 container just to show you how to do it. Okay, so I got the oils here, and I got my measuring up right here. I was about to move and get it. My little measuring scoop right here, where I'm going to put certain amount of drops and so forth. Now, before I actually went into each of the oils and so forth and pinched off a certain amount, you can either do that too. You don't have to go ahead and combine your special blend for this. But since I have a lot of these bottles, I actually save them when I use oils out of them for other oils. And I find alcohol is the best thing to actually clean these bottles and get that scent out, so you can put other scents in. So I created and made this blend based on Essential Wholesale, because I did get a sample of their 4 blends that they use in the Fresh Feet as well. So that just made me go back and want to create my own 4 blends and so forth. So it's actually in this bottle here, where I had, combined the 4 scents for the actual Fresh Feet. So what I'm going to do is out here is just take my scoop here and go ahead and get into this. And now I'm going to use, okay. And basically that's all you're actually doing. The key thing to this whole process here is to get the oil that that works together. The measurements are very important because if you use a lot of oil and certain oils and so forth, it could actually burn the skin. I know that from mixing and messing all the time. Burn the skin. And the next is also too to be able to measure out how much base you use. But that's not as important, measuring out the base amount of cream that it is in the oils and so forth that you put into it. And one of the things that you also want to remember also, as well as the measurements of the oil, you want to make sure that you're using the oil that's going to benefit the foot. Only specific oil that will benefit the feet. Foot. The benefit, the foot, for these specific common issues, the dryness, cracked heels, itchy, smelly, you name it. Well, anyway, so, and this is what I done. I took those 4 oils that has specific benefits for those several common issues and put them together. And they do work well together because I went and researched each individual oil. So just keep stirring. And sometimes I use a blender to blend this together because I want to make sure every scent is increased in the full base cream. And a lot of times, when you're stirring, it does that too. But when you're stirring, you're doing in chunks. But when you use the blender, it's like, it's getting in there to every little crick and cranny. So normally I use that. But if I can stir this enough, I think I can still accomplish that. So, and this is a nice cream, very nice cream from Essential Wholesale. And so far, I love it. And you can actually use this cream here for a whole lot of other products and so forth. For moisturizer, facial cream, body cream. You can use this base for a whole lot of different cream. And they do have some other cream base too. But I actually just like this simple cream base and so forth, where I can actually add all my ingredients in and make whatever I want to make, from the products and so forth and everything. So that's the good thing about that. Sharing again. But anyway, this is it's about ready. I'm just going to clean up the sides and so forth because you don't want to leave any of this into this pot and so forth. You want to be able to just get in there. And also too, now I brought gloves with me because once you finish getting what you can get, just take these gloves, put the gloves on, and just get in there and get rest of your products out of there. Don't leave anything into the cup here. Get all you can. And man, this really smells good, and the women are really going to appreciate this for their spouse and so forth. And this is 8 ounces, 8 ounce container.